Former TNA and NWA World Champion Nick Aldis made his WWE TV debut as an on-screen authority figure during Friday's season premiere episode of Smackdown. Nick Aldis was introduced as the new general manager of Smackdown during an in-ring promo segment involving WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H and the newly crowned general manager of Raw, Adam Pearce. Triple H noted that Pearce had done a thankless job overseeing both brands on screen for years and said that he was being promoted to GM of Raw. Aldis was then introduced as SmackDown's new GM. On social media, Nick Aldis called his new role the opportunity of a lifetime. He joined WWE in an audition for a producer's role in August of this year. Aldis finished up a run with Impact Wrestling in July after losing a world title match to Alex Shelley at Slammiversary. He had appeared on and off for the company since 2008 and held the promotion's world title for 4+ months between December 2013 and April 2014. He also worked for NWA from 2017 to 2022 and held the promotion's world title twice, including a 1,000+ day run from 2018 to 2021. Some more SmackDown news. Kevin Owens is the newest member of the Blue brand. It was revealed on Friday's SmackDown that Kevin Owens was the person traded to the show when Jey Uso was traded to Raw back in September. Nick Aldis was the one who made the announcement. Dominic Mysterio had entered the ring during Triple H's segment to complain about Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defending the undisputed tag team titles just days before the Judgment Day got their title match on Raw this coming Monday. When Aldis introduced Owens, Owens immediately came out and gave Dominic Mysterio a stunner to end the segment. Back at Payback in September, Cody Rhodes revealed that he had managed to get Jey Uso traded to Raw. In return, a Raw superstar would be traded to SmackDown. After Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso won the WWE Tag Team titles at Fastlane last Saturday, they successfully defended the titles on Monday, defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who had been teaming together for most of the year. A match for the WWE Women's Championship is set for next week. Io Sky will defend the title against Charlotte Flair following events that went down on Friday's show. After defeating Zelina Vega, Bayley and the rest of Damage Control continued to target Zelina until Charlotte made the save. Later, Charlotte Flair was seen in new SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis' office. Also in the office was Jade Cargill, and the two exchanged words with one another. Flair last competed for the title at Fastlane, where she lost to Io in a three-way match thanks to interference from Bayley. Moving on to some AEW Collision news. Kyle Fletcher is set for a big singles match on AEW Dynamite. AEW has announced that Kenny Omega vs. Kyle Fletcher will take place on Dynamite this coming Wednesday. The match was made official following a challenge that Fletcher issued on Collision. Fletcher had just defeated Boulder on Collision. Backstage after the match, he called out Omega to face him on Dynamite. He said that he considers Kenny Omega the measuring stick in AEW and that Kyle Fletcher is out to prove himself as one of the best, whether that's in a tag team or as a singles wrestler. Just a reminder that Fletcher's Aussie Open tag team partner Mark Davis suffered a broken wrist at AEW's Wrestle Dream pay-per-view earlier this month. In other weekend news, Logan Paul has called out Rey Mysterio. Following his disqualification victory in a boxing match over Dylan Danis on Saturday, Logan Paul brought up Rey Mysterio's name in the post-fight interview, saying he beat him once and can do it again. He specifically said that he was coming for Mysterio's WWE United States Championship. Shortly after the call-out, Rey responded on X, saying, "Did Logan Paul just call me out? I'm not hard to find, homie," every Friday night on SmackDown. Logan Paul recently told Sports Illustrated that he has his sights set on winning WWE championships. Some more weekend news. Over the course of a few social media posts on Friday, Tony Khan explained when business became personal between him and WWE. Tony Khan celebrated the one-year anniversary of the Mayo Clinic saving his mother's life after she suffered a stroke. Khan noted that it was during this ordeal that things became personal between him and WWE, saying that many AEW wrestlers came to him at the time and alleged that WWE was trying to get them to break their AEW contracts. He also wrote, "Not that I should be surprised, but the same WWE avatar accounts that spam me every day, no matter what I say or what it's about, now turning their wrath to mom recovering from a near-death experience is why I straight hate these people to the bottom of my heart with all my soul." It was also during this period in 2022 that William Regal requested that AEW not renew his contract. William Regal made his return to WWE at the beginning of this year after Tony Khan granted his request. AEW sent a legal letter to WWE in the summer of 2022 regarding alleged contract tampering. AEW and WWE were in competition as Dynamite and NXT aired head-to-head this Tuesday night. The Dynamite episode was moved to Tuesday due to MLB playoff coverage on TBS. NXT had a loaded lineup with appearances by John Cena, Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes, Asuka, and The Undertaker. Dynamite was a Title Tuesday edition of the show that also featured the AEW in-ring debut of Adam Copeland. NXT averaged 921,000 viewers on Tuesday night and drew a 0.3 rating in the 18-49 demo. Meanwhile, Dynamite averaged 609,000 viewers and drew a .26 demo rating. Earlier this week, Tony Khan also took shots at Vince McMahon, Paul Triple H Levesque, and Shawn Michaels on social media. He also sent out a tweet calling out NXT for failing to average 1 million viewers. In other news, on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer gave an update on Vince McMahon being out of WWE's creative process. Meltzer reported last week that Triple H is the person making all of the key decisions in creative right now. Meltzer noted that Vince is out of the process at the moment, writing, "Regarding the creative process, right now, Paul Levesque is the person in charge. He's the one making all the key decisions. Bruce Pritchard is a conduit between creative, talent relations, and talent services. Ed Koskey is the operations person who keeps the scripts flowing. At the moment, Vince McMahon is out of the creative process, but it was stressed to me the term 'at the moment.' McMahon is still the person in charge of the company with the most power, but Levesque is running creative and Nick Khan is making the business moves." Dave Meltzer stated on Wrestling Observer Radio that the decision was made by Endeavor TKO Group Holdings CEO Ari Emanuel, saying, "Vincent Kennedy McMahon was the guy making all the decisions, and now Vince was in fact overruled, even though when he merged the company he was told that this would not happen. It did happen, and it's a really interesting thing." And that statement when Ari Emanuel was talking about the reasons the stock is down and he mentioned Vince's name, so it is very interesting. I think that is what's going to happen. He went on to add, "Vince's power is clearly marginalized. There's no way around that." Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated also reported last Friday that Emanuel was behind the change, writing, "Multiple contacts within the WWE and UFC have confirmed that Ari Emanuel, who wields power as the Endeavor CEO, is behind the change." Barrasso went on to say, "Emanuel, who has long been a firm believer that in order for an organization to be as effective as possible, people need to do the job they are assigned. In this case, that approach has empowered Levesque to exert his full influence in the company's creative sphere." Endeavor's acquisition of WWE became official last month. WWE and the UFC have merged into one publicly traded company named TKO Group Holdings. McMahon has the job title of executive chairman of the board in TKO. Levesque is WWE's chief content officer.